Guys, welcome back to another Bokosi's YouTube video. Today we got our starts and sits for week 8 of fantasy football. And boys, before we get into it, we created an absolutely free group chat you can join on our chalkboard. On that group chat, we give out our weekly rankings, every single position. We have trade advice, waiver wire targets, so much stuff to help you guys win your matchup. It's the top link in the link tree in the description. Our first start of the week is Tony Pollard. This is obviously assuming that Ezekiel Elliott does not play. Does not look like he's going to play. Looks like he's going to wait till after the bye to come back. And this gives Tony Pollard amazing upside. Great matchup versus the Bears, who are 24th against running backs. They have struggled against running backs in fantasy football. And Tony Pollard has shown tons of big plays, tons of upside this season, but he hasn't been the bell cow. When he's the bell cow, he could go off against the Bears this week. Our second must-start player of the week is Raheem Mostert. Raheem Mostert actually looks surprisingly good. In 2 of the last 3 weeks, he's put up 19 or more PPR fantasy points, and his matchup this week is amazing. He goes against the Lions, who are currently 30th against RBs. They are terrible on defense. Last week, the Cowboys played the Lions. Zeke got 17 points, got 2 touchdowns. Pollard had close to 100 yards, had close to 10 points. They both did very good. Raheem Mostert, great matchup, is a great start for week 8. Third start of the week is Tyler Lockett. Tyler Lockett should be the Seahawks' clear wide receiver 1 with DK Metcalf, most likely missing the game with a knee injury. And again, when Tyler Lockett is the clear wide receiver 1, gives him tons of upside because the Seahawks offense has been surprisingly pretty good this season. Tyler Lockett on the season is averaging just under 14 points, 7.5 targets a game. Those are pretty good numbers, and that is with DK. Again, without DK, those numbers should go up even more. It is a tough matchup. The Giants are number 3 against wide receivers. But again, Christian Kirk had a pretty good week against them, and again, should be the clear wide receiver 1, which gives them tons of upside. Our fourth start is more of a sleeper start. If you need a flex or maybe a wide receiver 2, check out Wan'Dale Robinson. 2 straight games of 10 or more points. Last week had 8 targets. The week before got into the end zone. Against the Seahawks, it may not be the best matchup, but the Giants wide receivers are just so injured. Tony just got traded. Wan'Dale's kind of that Tony replacement. As you know, Sterling Shepard tore his ACL a couple weeks ago, and Golladay might not play, so Wan'Dale is a decent sleeper. Our fifth start of the week is DJ Moore. DJ Moore was awful to start the season. So bad, but last week finally gave us a glimpse of hope. Had just under 20 fantasy points, 10 targets, 7 catches, 69 yards, and a receiving touchdown. And that was against the Buccaneers, who are much tougher than this matchup this week, the Atlanta Falcons. The Atlanta Falcons are the worst team in the NFL against wide receivers, number 32 out of 32. And again, AJ Terrell is out as well. This secondary is pretty bad. DJ Moore has great upside this week. And our last start, which is our defensive start of the week, is the Cowboys defense. The Cowboys have been amazing so far in defense. 4 fantasy points. 2 of their last 3 games, they've scored 25 or more fantasy points. And this week, going against the Chicago Bears, Justin Fields isn't the best player, prone to turnovers, and this Cowboys defense gets a ton of them. They have been balling out recently, and if you could choose one defense to start in week 8, we'd choose the Cowboys. And moving on to sits, our first sit of the week is Najee Harris. Najee Harris has been super disappointing for fantasy. Was probably a first round pick in most leagues, but has not lived up to it at all. And again, don't expect the matchup to get any better this week. Versus the Eagles, amazing offense. Their offense could go off. Steelers could easily find themselves down big time in this game. Stop running the football, just start throwing it a ton. And again, that hurts Najee a lot. Do not love Najee this week against the Eagles. Our second sit is Matthew Stafford. Matthew Stafford's going against the 49ers, and the 49ers seem to be the Rams' kryptonite. On our free chalkboard, we don't even have Stafford as a top 20 QB this week. We consider guys like Geno Smith, Jared Goff, Marcus Mariota, even Daniel Jones we like a lot more than Matthew Stafford. Matthew Stafford earlier in the year, when he played the 49ers, put up less than 7 fantasy points. Last year he had a game against the 49ers under 10 points. The 49ers, they're good against QBs but not amazing, but for some reason the Rams offense can just never move the ball. We sit Matthew Stafford this week against the 49ers. Our third sit of the week is Darrell Henderson. Same thing with Ethan just said with the Rams and the 49ers. For whatever reason, the Rams offense is awful against the Niners. Cannot move the ball. And again, expect them to be down and just stop running the football. The running backs always do so bad against the Niners. I believe Henderson he for sure had under 10 points. I want to say he was even under 7 points. Niners always shut down the Rams running backs. Do not love the game script. I would avoid starting Darrell Henderson if you could. And our fourth sit of the week is David Montgomery. We had Montgomery as a sit last week, and he got that dinky touchdown at the end of the game. This week, though, we're confident. We're running back the sit. He's versing the Cowboys, and this Cowboys defense has been spectacular. They're currently great against RBs. Montgomery is even losing this role a little bit. He was playing close to 70% of snaps. Last week played 56% of snaps, got 0 targets, doesn't really play a lot of third downs, doesn't get like any PPR work. Again, if he scores a touchdown, he'll be fancy relevant, and he might even be like mid if he scores a touchdown, but if he can't get in the end zone, he's unstartable. And if you could find another RB option, we'd sit Montgomery. And our last sit of the week, this is not really a sit, do not sit him, but Aaron Jones, we would highly temper your expectations. Buffalo's defense has just been amazing. We would not expect the same 28 points he put up last week against Washington. Again, he could be solid. Lazard is out, which could mean more targets for him. But again, this Bills defense is so good. Don't like the game script. The Packers could go down big time. Don't love the upside of Aaron Jones in week number 8. And boys, thanks for watching the video. If you made it to the end, check out our free group chat chalkboard. So many free rankings to help you guys win your fantasy matchups. Thanks boys for watching. We'll see you guys next time.